I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-host, Andrea Kay and Urban Miaris, and we have our next guest, a very, very unique business. Welcome David Tall from Charitable Agents.
Thanks for having me here.
Great, great. Well, tell us, Charitable Agents kind of says everything in the name, but tell us a little bit more about what you do, how you do it, and how it all got started.
Sure. Well, what Charitable Agents does is it's found a way to connect the biggest transaction that somebody makes in their life, when they buy or sell a home, to a large donation they can make to a charity of their choice. So what we have is a nationwide network of agents who give back to charity. And so when you buy or sell a house through a charitable agent, they are committing to donate to a charity of their choice. So,
and the donation is made on behalf of the homeowner?
Well, the homeowner chooses who to donate to, and Charitable Agents handles the distribution over to the charity.
Okay, so it's almost handled like a function of escrow through the transaction. Am I correct?
Yes, exactly. So we stay involved because we are always tracking customer service and quality. We work with only the top 5% of agents in the country because we want the people who are making this decision to use these agents to have the best experience possible as well. We're hoping to inspire other people to take this path and also start to give back. There's a tremendous amount of difference that can be made with just every single house that's bought with one of these agents because commissions are so large in real estate.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting to me that you're able to attract the top agents in real estate to join your team.
Well, it's great because it's a win-win. They're working with people that the site is attracting through our marketing and through charities that partner with us who attract their own supporters to the site. So they're getting business that they wouldn't have had. So it's a win-win. At the same time, they look great to their customers, and they feel great, and they should. And it's a small difference they can make, and it creates an enormous impact, especially at a time right now when donations are close to an all-time low, I'm sure. And, a couple hundred homes being sold through these programs could literally generate hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars for these charities. So there's a very big opportunity here to make a big impact.
Interesting.
I can imagine with the economy the way it's going and more people now moving instantly because of a job opportunity in another city that they don't know anybody there. Having a referral service like this would just be
it's great.
Perfect for them.
It's great. Yeah. So now you have some other things that you do with charity fundraising too, correct?
Yes. So the other side of it, which is what I think is really, really exciting as well, is that we've now given every charity out there a free fundraising platform that now they can use as a tool to fundraise for themselves. So when charities sign up to be a part of the Charitable Agents Network of partner charities, they get their own profile page, and they can attract their own supporters to that page. And anybody who selects an agent through that profiles page, the donations go directly to that charity.
So we can bring Urban and Disabled Business Persons Association in, and if people find you through them, then their charity gets the donation.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
And that would be fantastic, and we should definitely talk after the show because we are promoting the site and attracting new donations to charities, but also now charities like Challenged America can promote this to all of their supporters, and deals will start to trickle in.
What goes around comes around.
Exactly. Wow,
so this is amazing.
What's our database up to? 24,000, 25,000 now? Oh my goodness!
If 1% of those people, bought or sold a home.
No, don't throw numbers at me. Don't throw numbers at me. I already say I got work ahead of me.
Yeah.
So it has to be done. So
now I haven't heard of this idea anywhere before. How did you come up with this idea initially?
Yeah, so there are actually a lot of individual agents that give back all across the country.
Yeah, but I haven't heard
But
of
that's not well
of it.
known.
No,
It's
nor
not-
have I heard of anybody actually partnering and facilitating this.
Sure, and the idea actually came. I had a real estate brokerage before all this, and I had a commission give back donation model just like this. So I was doing it on a local level before, and helping a lot of people in the community and a lot of local charities. And I wanted to find out how I can make a bigger difference and also kind of inspire other people and have a central network where this can really take off and become, a new way people think when they're buying or selling a home. These are the top agents, in the country.
Well, I'm gonna break in for just a second and make a serious point for our listeners here. I have not necessarily a long background, but a background working with some of the most storied people in the real estate industry, the founders of Century 21 and Forrest Olson, and I've worked with a lot of these types of people. And the unique thing about what you're telling me is that the problem in real estate is if you find the right person to do the job for you, you're blessed. Okay, if you find the wrong person to do the work for you, you're cursed. It's there's not a lot of in between ground there. So when we come to your firm, you're working with the top 5% of realtors. That cannot be. We can't overstate that piece. So
Yeah, and we take that very seriously because obviously we want the customers to have the best experience possible. We want their home to be sold for the highest amount that they can. If they have to help someone who's underwater, our agents are specialized as well in short sales for people who need that. We have a department just for short sales, and so we take it very, very seriously. The success of the transaction for the home buyer and home seller, because that's going to determine the future of the movement, if you will. Because now those people have a good experience. Now they tell other people and inspire others. And we hope this inspires other agents, even if they're not a part of our program, to do it locally in their own areas.
So this started going back to a model that you originally had as a realtor. Even going back, take me even back before that. How did it? Have you always been involved in charities? Have you always had a charitable heart and been philanthropic? I mean, I just think that's inspiring to me and to others.
I think I started to get more into that when I had my brokerage. And my brokerage started as a regular brokerage, and then I wanted to find a way to give back and to have it be a kind of a self-feeding loop, because you can do good and create good at the same time. And that's when I shifted my company itself into a give back program, and then everything really grew from there. And when I started seeing the effects, and when a local organization receives help, and you send them a check for $1,000 or $3,000 that they didn't expect, they thought, hey, this is cool, maybe it'll work. Yeah, he wanted to support me, and then they start to receive checks. It's an extremely rewarding experience, and it's creating real change.
yeah, and most charities don't see. They usually see the very large donations from the big corporate sponsors, and they see little numbers coming from others. To see a regular check of $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 coming across is fabulous.
Yeah, as we've been involved with saying, I don't want to mention a commodity, but to get a $25 check after you've been thinking you're going to get 1000s of dollars, it's quite upsetting. It really is. You put so much work into it. I got a question.
Sure.
When are you going into yacht brokerage?
When am I going to?
Into yachts.
Oh,
the yacht brokerage.
We should definitely talk.
You know me in boating.
We should definitely talk.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of mutual connections that could certainly spread the wealth over there. So
definitely.
One of the things that I love about this concept is the variety of types of charities that are involved, because most Americans know of the big ones, the big name recognizable charities, but there are so many other organizations doing such phenomenal work, and it's like a candy store for people to get to go on your site and see the different organizations and see who's involved in what, right? And then decide really where they want to put some money.
Yeah, the great thing about it is we do have a large variety of charities that have been signing up, and more every day. And so it's very exciting, and we really want to feature certain charities, and also kind of give every charity almost a rotation into the spotlight as well, and try to drive more traffic to them. Charities are going to be able to see exactly what kind of deals are coming through. That people are pledging for them, and to kind of see the results immediately instead of just kind of throwing a logo somewhere here and there and trying to see if that works. This is very concrete, and we're really partnering with all these people in a way that is just win-win-win.
Americans are very generous, but Americans have gotten a little leery because there have been some organizations that have taken donations and not really been responsible with it. So it sounds like here people can actually see, that the money's going to a good place and actually see the results, and that's also really, really important. Yes.
And they're going to choose them too. So it's not just a blind donation, and they see exactly where it goes. They get a thank you, from that charity. They know exactly where it went. And the other great thing I should mention is that none of this costs the homeowner or home buyer a dime, because it comes out of the commission of the agent. So we're not creating a system where we're raising costs on a homeowner for doing this. It costs them the same, and it's just a good-willed agent that's partnered with us in that city. That's a top 5% of the agents there, and is doing this. So
yeah. That's great. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-host, Andrea Kay, and Urban Miaris, and our guest is Mr. David Tall from Charitable Agents. So, no, I can't overstate the fact that it's so wonderful to see the give back between the agent and the charity, and you're making sure you have the top agents who are qualified to do the work. I love the fact that you are active with some of these agents with the short sales, because in a short sale, for those who don't understand the short sale, everybody takes a bath in a short sale. Everybody takes a bath in a short sale. Now, you have somebody gaining some good out of all the negativity that comes around the short sale. I think it's wonderful. I can't thank you enough for the kind of service that you do. And before we get too close to the break here, let's tell our listeners, how do they find out more information on Charitable Agents?
Sure. They just go to charitableagents.com, as simple as that. And you can find all the info there. We have a little video that explains everything and how your donations flow through and work. And we're imagining a place where, imagine if just 1 in 10 people used a Charitable Agents one day. We could give a lifetime of drinking water to 30 million people. We could send 6 million kids to school every year. We could feed 4 million starving kids every year. That's just, with 10% of the transactions going through Charitable Agents. So there's a huge, huge impact we can make here, and I appreciate you giving us a little spotlight to share that.
Well, and it all started with you going back to your brokerage. I mean, one person can really make a difference. I mean, if you think out the numbers you just gave, that all came from you. I mean, that's amazing.
Well, thank you. And it comes from all the agents that participate and all the homeowners who give it a chance, and who will process their next transaction through a Charitable Agent.
Right. So, what's amazing to me as well, I've been doing what I do for many, many years, and you see a lot of different people in the business world, and we see David, who's a young man, who has been learned a long time ago to give the value of giving back to his community and to those around. So, I have to say thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys as well.
So, anyway, anything? We've got another minute or so. Anything you want to leave our listeners with as far as any events coming up or anything else from Charitable Agents?
We do have some exciting announcements. Definitely follow us on Facebook. We're communicating with people there almost on a daily basis, letting them know different charities that are signing up. So find us on Facebook, Charitable Agents, and stay informed.
Great. And if someone is a charity and they want to get involved, same thing. Go to
charitableagents.com and click on to apply for your charity. And once we approve you, we'll be happy to start sending people your way. It'll be great.
Great.
Wonderful.
Well, appreciate you being here, and we look forward to following up and seeing whatever else we can develop from the radio station and Charitable Agents.
Thank you as well.
Great. Okay, you're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. This is financialnewsandtalk.com. We'll be right back after the break with more homegrown business Close Up, and we will have with us Mr. Jason Gethin from Table Number 10.